Hi friends, welcome back to the Wounded Inner Child series. Again, gonna kick it off with a reminder, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that's broken about you and nothing needs fixing. There are just some opportunities for healing related to your inner child. So today we're gonna be talking about the guilt wound. Okay, before we begin, take a slow breath. If you often feel responsible for other people's emotions, if conflict leaves you replaying everything you said, if apologizing feels automatic even when you're not sure what you did wrong, this isn't because you're overly sensitive. It's because a younger part of you learned that keeping the peace meant taking the blame. Today we're talking about the guilt wound, with compassion for the heart that learned to carry more than it should have. The guilt wound forms when a child grows up in environments where they feel responsible for other people's emotional states. This can look like caregivers who were emotionally volatile, being blamed for the problems in the household, being praised for being the good one or the peacemaker, feeling responsible for a parent's happiness, having to manage adult emotions too early. A child in these environments learns something powerful. If something is wrong, it must be my fault. Because believing you caused the problem feels safer than believing the adults around you are unstable or unsafe. So the child adapts. They become hyper aware, attentive, careful. The inner child learns to monitor the emotional atmosphere constantly. A core belief is formed. It's my job to make things better. The guilt wound activates around situations involving conflict, disappointment, or perceived harm to others. Common triggers include someone being upset or disappointed, conflict or confrontation, setting boundaries, saying no, making decisions that benefit you but inconvenience others. When triggered, the nervous system begins searching for the mistake. Your mind might say, "What did I do wrong? Maybe I should apologize. I should fix this," even when the situation was never yours to repair. Guilt isn't always about wrongdoing. Sometimes it's about old responsibility patterns activating automatically. In parenting, the guilt wound can feel relentless. You may notice constantly second-guessing your decisions, feeling responsible for your child's emotions, apologizing excessively, overcompensating after small mistakes, feeling like you're never doing enough. Because parenting naturally includes moments where children are upset. And when that happens, the inner child inside you may hear, "This is your fault." But children having emotions doesn't mean you've done something wrong. Sometimes it simply means they're having a human experience. In relationships, the guilt wound often leads to overfunctioning and people-pleasing. You might apologize quickly, even when unnecessary. Avoid conflict to keep others comfortable. Stay in situations longer than you should. Take responsibility for other people's feelings. Struggle to express your own needs. The inner child believes, if someone is upset, I must have caused it. So you become the mediator, the fixer, the one who absorbs the tension. But absorbing everyone's emotions eventually drains your own. The guilt wound also appears strongly in work environments. You may notice difficulty saying no to extra responsibilities, overworking so you don't disappoint anyone, feeling guilty when you rest, staying late or taking on work that isn't yours, feeling responsible for team dynamics. Your nervous system learned that being helpful kept things stable. So usefulness becomes identity. But usefulness is not the same thing as worth. Healing the guilt wound is not about becoming less caring. Your empathy is not the problem. The healing is about learning the difference between compassion and responsibility. You can care about someone's emotions without believing you caused them. You can support someone without carrying the entire weight of their experience. The inner child needs to hear this. Other people's emotions are not my responsibility to fix. Not as rejection, but as healthy separation. Each time you allow someone to have their feelings without rushing to repair them, you teach your nervous system something new. You teach it that connection doesn't require self-sacrifice. If it feels comfortable for you right now, let's place a hand on your heart. Take a slow breath in. Repeat quietly, I am allowed to care without carrying everything. Let the body absorb that slowly. You don't have to force belief, just allow the possibility. And today I want to leave you with this question to ponder. Where in your life are you carrying emotional responsibility that was never yours? And what might change if you allowed other people to hold their own experiences while you stayed connected to yourself? If this resonates, be gentle with the part of you that learned to take the blame. That part of you was trying to protect peace, but peace was never meant to cost you yourself. And now, slowly, you get to learn a different way. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to catch the next episode of the Wounded Inner Child series. I love you, and don't forget, there's nothing wrong with you. There are only opportunities to heal that inner child so that you can live a more authentic and abundant life. I love you so much. See you next time.